Hello, hello, hello. This is Ross Fertel, and I'm here with day two of spoilers for Realm of Fear. Note that today's spoilers will get into some spoilers from social media. There were two cards revealed on the site. One card was revealed yesterday on social media. Two cards were revealed on social media. I'll be discussing one and only one of those cards today. If you don't want to be completely spoiled, feel free to jump off. Just remember that I will be spoiling the entire card. This is your warning. Um, in a bit of old business, there is a thread on the forums about the card Flaming Brand yesterday. It's the Bajoran hand weapon. It gets to be cost zero if you, well, it's cost -1 for each Bajoran resistance you have in play. Hopefully, you have a lot of them in play, so it costs zero. That's a very good number to pay for a card. Hopefully, you're able to do that. And Nathan goes into a little more detail and so do some other people on ways you can use that card. But on to today's cards. And we are going to start with the dilemma name and shame. This card, it's a dilemma, zero costs, it's a duel. Um, your opponent names a personnel, and then you stop each personnel with that card title. It is very unlikely, but possible that you'll be able to stop more than one person with this. That may be a good thing, it may not. It depends on how far away into the attempt they are, but being able to stop a couple people early on is good. Being able to stop a couple people that are just thrown in there at the end might not be as advantageous to you, but it's a way for you to just stop a personnel, which is pretty good, especially if there's one personnel who's kind of being a thorn in your side. Um, Going next to a maneuver paranoia event, cost two. The killers are here. Kill your original series assassin aboard your original series ship to begin an engagement. If you win, you can choose an opponent's personnel involved to be killed, which sounds good, but the cost is not two. You also will lose whatever you paid for that assassin. You do not get those back. That is a pretty high cost to pay, especially since the assassins themselves, original series assassins, as of this moment, are two. And I'll have this list found in the. I'll have this in the description below. It may or may not be a bad thing for you to follow as the set goes on. But there's Patrick West, who's makes the assassins in specific cases your choice. There's also Valeris, who costs five, and her ability is mainly there and is done almost immediately. So there are a couple personnel to use this with. They both have a good amount of skills. So I am not sure if you'll want to use it. It is pretty dependent. But there are some ways to use this. It's probably not something you're going to use with the assassins as they are now. This is a card that can only get better. And considering that it's got a couple guys on it and there are guys in the set, you want to keep your eyes on it. And I can't say more without getting fired. Speaking of things I say that will get me in trouble, that takes care of the two cards revealed today. I'll be back tomorrow with more. We're going to get into the social media spoilers. Thank you for listening, for jumping out now. All right. Spoiler warning over. 3, 2, 1. Boom. Chadwick, wary handler. He's got some pretty good skills. 2 cost. Attributes are attributes. But he has an ability to give your unique D69 personnel intelligence. There are a couple ways you could use this. One of which is to just spread out the personnel who have intelligence. That gives them an additional way to have it so that you can solve missions. The other is you can give a personnel who already has intelligence the skill of intelligence. So down below in the video description, I'll include the list of Deep Space Nine unique personnel as of this moment who have intelligence. But there are also some cards that require multiple instances of intelligence. I'm looking at you, Fesarius Prime, which requires 2 intelligence and is attemptable by Federation. It also helps you get past a couple dilemmas, a few dilemmas actually. So there are some pretty good uses for this, including a non-intuitive one to give intelligence to a personnel who already has it. It's not a bad idea. All right, that is all that I have. Thank you so much for listening. This set is shaping up to be pretty good. It's looking like there's a few tricks in there. All right, thank you very much for listening. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you were able to learn. And yeah,